Hi, welcome to Life Expressions. I'm your host, Chari Hineti Ilan. My guest today is owner and CEO of Synergy Home Care of North Central New Jersey, a non-medical franchise home care agency. She has helped thousands of seniors stay safely at home while providing peace of mind to their families. And she has been featured in Authority Magazine, Ariana Huffington's Thrive Global, NJ News 12, and other podcasts. Before having the business, my guest visited homebound seniors as a volunteer for several years. She developed deep friendships with them and recognized their desire to spend their golden years at home. This inspired her to leave her corporate job and open a home care agency. Along with an MBA and MA in diplomacy and international relations, her passion to help the elderly has led her agency to be recognized as the gold standard for senior home care. She is committed to hiring and retaining only the best caregivers so she can always provide compassionate care to her clients. Her home care agency has been consistently awarded Best of Home Care Provider of Choice by the prestigious Home Care Pulse. In 2021, it is one of only 34 agencies recognized out of 1,000 plus total agencies in New Jersey. Synergy Home Care grew from zero to $1 million business in less than 3 years and has been recognized for significant year-over-year revenue growth. Now she's joining Fab Over 40 contest. My guest is also a breast cancer survivor, and she is an Ilongga. Please welcome to Life Expressions, Tina Romero. Hi, Tina.
Hi, Chari. Mayong gabi sa imo.
Yes,
So you said it wrong.
yes, mayong gabi man sa imo.
Thank you.
Welcome to
Thank you for
Life.
having me.
Of course. Tell us about this Fab Over 40 contest.
All right. Well, Fab Over 40, it's fabulous over 40, right? So it is a contest that I joined that started about 6 weeks. We're 6 weeks into it now. Basically, it's place where people can vote for the winner. So it's based on the public voting, but at the same time, people can also purchase votes that go towards the National Breast Cancer Foundation. And that foundation is very close to me because I am a breast cancer survivor myself.
Yes, you are based in New Jersey, and I suppose you're the only Filipina who is in this contest.
As far as I know, yes, it is only me.
Wow. So tell me, why did you decide to join this contest?
All right. So as you've said earlier, I own a home care agency here in New Jersey. And this past year, because of COVID, there has been a really bad problem with caregiver shortage. It's not just in New Jersey, but nationwide in the United States. And because of this caregiver shortage, of course, it also affects the quality of care that we give our clients. And as you've mentioned earlier, I'm really very passionate about giving compassionate care to our clients, making sure it's a gold standard for care. And then one of the things that I realized during this pandemic was that how important it is for me to have the best caregivers, and who else would that be but the Filipinos? So I started thinking about that, one of the solutions to this shortage is to really bring in Filipinos into the country. But as most of us know, it's not possible right now because there is no visas for low-skilled workers. So this past month, I have been consumed with that idea just so that I could be part of the solution to the caregiver shortage. So I've been, doing my job to try to get that moving and reached out to everything just to make sure that just to get the legislative piece moving. But, that takes a lot of work and effort. So I'm just doing everything I can to get more support and attention for it. And this contest is one of that, because I feel like the more exposure that I have and the more support that I get for my advocacy, then it will be better for what I'm trying to do. I consider it as my advocacy to try to get this legislative action going in order for a new category of visas for low-skilled workers like caregivers.
Yes. And you have mentioned that the winner will be able to share its prize to National Breast Cancer Foundation.
Yes, basically, in addition to people could actually vote for free every day through logging in Facebook. It's one free vote every 24 hours, but they can also purchase votes, which they call it the Hope Votes. And when they purchase the Hope Votes, these votes go to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. So it goes towards a good charity when you support the voting.
Yes. And how much is your aim? Do you have an amount that you would like to reach to be able to get to the finals?
Well, as much as I can, because the way it is now, we are now this is the 6th week of the competition, and it's just getting tougher and tougher each week. So basically the past 6 weeks, there's been an elimination round every week, and only the number one for each round moves forward to the next round. So this week, it is the semifinals, which is the second to the last week. There's only 2 more weeks, this week and the following week. And the past round, which was the quarterfinals, was so challenging. And I know that, it really needs a lot more. Probably in this next round, I would probably need around $10,000 for me to move on.
Candidate who has the more votes will win.
Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. So the more votes, so it's either, and that's why, like for me, it's either you do have a lot of donors, but at the same time, it also helps when there are people who believe in you and who just vote for you every day on Facebook, because those are free votes.
Yes. So free votes matter as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. If you have thousands of people voting for you every day, right, then that absolutely counts.
How many votes did you garner so far?
I don't have the exact number, but the way that I do it is that every day I could see my placement. So my placement fluctuates based on the votes. Mm-hmm. So, every round, the voting gets reset. So you start from the bottom. So for this current round, which is the semifinals round, I need today is Sunday, September 12th, and by Thursday, the cutoff is this coming Thursday, September 16, and I need to be number 1 on Thursday for me to move on to the finals and the last round. So this week is really important. So I think that this week I probably need around 10,000 votes.
Oh, we can do that. Filipinos are leaders in Facebook usage. So
I know.
We should campaign and ask for help from Filipinos. Why do you think they should support you?
Well, because of the fact that my advocacy is also for the Filipinos. My passion is, I really believe that one of the solutions to the caregiver shortage here is bringing Filipinos into this country, Filipino caregivers. So because I want seniors here to be able to experience the compassionate care that only Filipinos can give at the end of their lives. I think that is such a great gift for people to experience that care at the end of their lives. And at the same time, my advocacy not only benefits the seniors, but most especially the caregivers. I want to be able to give the Filipino caregivers a chance to elevate their lives by being able to come to the US and work as caregivers and just give them the opportunity to achieve their own American dream.
How do you think can you help make that happen?
If I could make the legislation happen, that's really the number one problem right now, is that there's no fast track visa or anything that would allow low skilled workers into the US. There are visas right now which is allowed for skilled workers like nurses, but none for caregivers. And as all of us probably know by now too, it's actually not just in caregivers that is a problem in the US. There is a problem for every low skilled job here in the US. We need workers everywhere. And if there is a way to, and meanwhile, I know there's millions of Filipinos who could qualify for those jobs. So it's like a win-win. If we could bring those Filipinos into this country, give them the jobs that none of the Americans here want to do, and the Filipinos can fill in all of those jobs and be really, really excellent at it.
Yes. You've mentioned that there is no legislation yet to allow low-skilled Filipino workers to go to the US? What kind of legislation are you pushing for?
Well, exactly that kind of legislation that would create a new category of visas for
Mhm.
low-skilled workers. And right now, several years ago, 2013, there was a bill that passed in the Senate that was supposed to address that. But then that bill, it never came into fruition. And that's what I'm trying to resurrect, because that's a starting point to it. But that's definitely a discussion that needs to be opened up again in the US government, because as everyone sees right now in all industries, not just in the home care industry, there is such a shortage of low skilled workers that something needs to be done.
Yeah. So are you working with another organization to help you make this happen?
Well, what I'm doing is I'm reaching out to associations that are affiliated with the home care agency, because they're the ones who have the lobbying efforts. So I'm starting with that, and I'm starting to reach out with my local senators. So I'm still in the beginning stages of like trying to do as much as I can to see how I could get this moving. I partnered with an immigration lawyer who has the same advocacy as me. So she supports this with me. And yes, we're just trying to, do what we can at this point to just get the conversation going.
Yes. And you own a home care business from a zero to a multi, or shall I say, $1 million business. How did you make that happen? That is so impressive.
Well, I guess it's once again just hard work. And I did that. The year that we achieved that was the same year that I actually got diagnosed with breast cancer. And I did not let it stop me from doing what I had to do. I didn't miss a day of work. Well, of course, except when I had the surgery. But even after surgery, I was only out for a day or two to recuperate. And then I never stopped going to work. Basically, it's really just like anything. It's really just hard work. And then we operate with integrity. So we always treat our caregivers right. We treat our caregivers right. We treat our clients right. We always want to make sure that we provide the right service and best service to them. So I think in the end, it's all about doing right by our clients and caregivers, and then they end up referring us to others until we were able to grow the business.
Do you have Filipinos working for you?
I have two.
Mhm.
But that's not enough. That's not enough, because actually a lot of my clients are requesting for Filipino caregivers. And it's not just with me, even along in New Jersey, a lot of the other home care agencies around me. And we're a franchise business, so we have other franchisees in New Jersey, and all of them always ask me,
Mhm.
come on, where can we get Filipino caregivers? Because we're known for caring.
Yes. Aside from compassion, what do you think makes Filipino workers more special than the others?
Well, first of all, Filipinos generally, we are always smiling. We're always smiling, always happy, never complaining. So I think our outlook in life is definitely something that touches people, because a lot of like I know a Filipino who doesn't smile, or just always sees the brighter side of things. And I think when you're caring for an elderly person who's sad and sick and lonely at home, that makes a big difference. And I remember a couple of years ago, I think Pope Francis gave, and I it still resonates a lot to me, because he had said several years ago that, because there's a lot of Filipino caregivers in Italy, and he had said that he considers the Filipinos as like the missionaries at home, because he said when caregivers come into people's homes, these Filipino caregivers transform the hearts of their clients. And I just always thought that's a great way to look at Filipinos. When they come into different parts of the world, they serve as missionaries wherever they go, especially when they go into people's homes or into hospitals, and everywhere where they provide care, they serve as missionaries around the world.
Yeah, so true. How about Ilongos? Do you have Ilonggo friends there too in New Jersey?
Yes, actually, yes. My childhood best friend in from Bacolod when I was going to school in St. Sco, she's here in New Jersey, and there's a few of us here in New Jersey and the U.S.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've been there in New Jersey for 25 years. Have you
Yes.
gone back home lately?
Yes, and actually, I was very fortunate that last year, just right before COVID, 2000, yeah, just right before COVID, I was there for my 50th birthday
Oh,
in
wow.
Manila. So I celebrated, I had the party, and that was just right before COVID hit. And I'm very, very grateful that I did that and I had the opportunity to celebrate with family and friends.
Yeah, and you have been in remission for how many years now?
5 years.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
How's life so far?
Very good, very good. And, for anyone undergoing cancer or getting the diagnosis, I also want to give that message that breast cancer is not a life sentence at all. Absolutely not. The key is for early detection. And then once that's really the key. So you always need to make sure that you do self-checks or have your mammogram, because once it's detected early, that's it. It's not, it's not easy. It's fixable. It's fixable.
Yeah. So how can we help you? Tell us, how can we vote?
Well, I guess I hope that you would be able to share the link to them. But yeah, I would really be grateful if all of the Filipinos who, or not even just Filipinos, but everyone who sees this show would vote for me. You could vote for free on Facebook. Just one free vote is allowed every 24 hours. Or you could also purchase votes by donating, and you'll see it when you click the link. It says Hope Votes, and and you could buy as many votes as you can. You could buy 1,000 votes if you feel like doing so.
The Facebook page name is Fab Over 40. What is the Facebook
It's
page?
actually, it's not a Facebook page. It's an actual link for the Fab Over 40.
And what is the link?
But I guess if you'll share, it's a Fab Over 40, but there's a specific link associated with me.
Good luck, Tina, and I hope that you will continue to make a positive impact in New Jersey and bring Filipinos from the Philippines to work there with you and for you.
Absolutely. I would love that.
Okay, so
And thank you again for your time.
you are most welcome, and I wish you all the best. I hope that your advocacy will have more support.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. And so don't forget to support Tina Romero. Just click the link and vote for her. You can vote for free, or you can also buy votes. Hope votes is what she calls it, or what Fab40, Fab Over 40 says. So thank you once again. Yes, go ahead, Tina.
One last thing. I forgot to mention that, part of if I win this contest, part of that too is I actually want whatever the prize money that I'm going to get, I'm going to use it to give scholarships to 40 women as well here in the US, to send them to certified home health care schooling. So it's also towards them. So I'm not getting anything out of the contest, but I just want to be able to promote the message that I'm trying to spread.
Okay, that is awesome. How are you going to choose the 40 women?
Well, if I do win, then I'm gonna open up as an application. People could just apply to me when that happens, or and I already have from my set of caregivers, I'm gonna see who amongst them would be interested, and I would open it up to other people in New Jersey who are interested to go to certified home health aide schooling.
That is fantastic. Thank you once again, Tina, and good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye. If you like this episode, you can share it with your friends on Facebook or even Spotify. This is Life Expressions. I'm your host, Chadi Hinete Elon. Thank you, Tina. Till next time.
Thank you.